Hi, my name's Lisa. The first time I came out as a lesbian was really hard. I was in 8th grade, and I had known who I was since like 5th or 6th grade, but I hadn't figured out how to tell any of my friends or who to tell. So finally, 8th grade, right after my 14th birthday, I called one of my best friends and told her. But I was so serious about her keeping it a secret that she didn't even bring it up with me for like 2 more years. After that, though, it got a lot easier. One of the most fun times I had coming out, I was in the car with a mentor of mine who was also a lesbian, and she was complaining about some girl trouble, and then just said, kind of as a joke, in a very exasperated voice, "Lisa, don't ever become a lesbian." I just said too late. I think she slammed on the brakes, so it probably wasn't the best idea to do, but it was fun, and after that it got much easier. By the end of high school, I felt like I was pretty much out. For my 18th birthday, which is in May, so right before graduation, one of my friends gave me this shirt that says "Feminist Chicks Dig Me," so I wore it on the last day of school. So I felt like I left high school with everyone knowing who I am. I had no trouble coming out to my parents. They just asked me one day, and I told them the truth. But for me, one of the most important coming out experiences have been those that have been political in some way. The first time that happened was when I went down to Salem, Oregon's capital, for a rally in support of safe schools, and I told my legislators what it was like being a lesbian student in a Portland public high school. And that was a very empowering experience because they took me seriously. They made light of it because I was saying that I had never been teased at my high school, and they were like, "Really? You went through high school without being teased, even though you're gay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess my school's pretty good." And then lately, I've been trying to come out more on the national level. Ever since freshman year, I've been on the board of a national service organization that takes me to these conferences called National Service Learning Conferences that happen every year, and 3,000 people of all different ages from all over the country come together to talk about how we can integrate service and learning so that kids can learn better and become civically engaged in their communities. And there's so much talk in the service learning movement about diversity and inclusion, and working with people from all different backgrounds. But there's almost no talk about LGBT people and how we can make them feel welcome. So when I had the opportunity to present a keynote address at the most recent conference in Nashville, I brought this issue up, and I brought it up in a couple more workshops that I was at during this conference, and then at a subsequent youth-only conference of 150 people in DC. And I got really positive feedback because so many people had never heard someone who was willing to bring up this issue, and they were very supportive. Like, I talked to one girl who said she had never met a gay person. She was from a pretty big town in a fairly liberal state, not too far from Portland, and she was so interested in just who we were and what it's like, and that was a really empowering experience for me. And I left that youth event and the National Service Learning Conference feeling like I could really be a role model to all these people who may be gay themselves, maybe not, but were curious in learning about the issues. So I hope to continue coming out in ways that can advance the LGBT movement further and also build my own confidence as a lesbian.